What's your big picture?
To keep the farm in the family.
To pay off the loan.
To start my own operation.
To drive Grandpa's combine. Right, Grandpa?
If owning a successful operation is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust has ag experts to help you plan for the future.
To diversify.
To teach her how to drive a combine.
Find out how First Bank and Trust makes managing your farm easier at bankeasy.com.
Life can get pretty busy out there. Daily commutes, carpooling, and then there's that weekend getaway. Cenex is here to keep your vehicle fueled up for those long drives, your pantry stocked for those snack cravings, and the propane grill ready whenever you are. Things can move fast, but with your local Cenex, you can rest assured that everything on your list will get a checkmark. All in a day's work, powered locally at Cenex.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Yeah. Another one. Yep. Man, this town's changed. Yeah. About damn time.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Aberdeen is the place to stay for business or the weekend family getaway. You'll feel right at home with ample parking, spacious guest rooms, and complimentary breakfast. And with a convenient location, you'll have easy access to local attractions and events in the area. While staying at the Best Western Ramkota, guests can enjoy an indoor water play land, an on-site Minerva's restaurant, exercise facility, wedding services, and a business center. For friendly service and a great stay, make your reservation today.
Farming today requires constant adjustment, innovation, and the right seed. And you'll find that with Pioneer Seed at Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. With the most advanced technologies and local experts, Dakota Seed and Service share in your hard work on the farm, adapting to an ever-changing industry. When you need the right seed, protection, and service, make it Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, Finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer, Murph's Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
Birds like tanagers are great at flying out of the way to miss your car. Deer and other drivers are not. If you're in any kind of accident, bring your vehicle to Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. We repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition and handle the entire process from start to finish, including an accurate estimate and dealing with the insurance adjuster. So good luck to the tanagers, and if you're in an accident, bring your vehicle to
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Masaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at masabainc.com/careers. When I grow up, I want to work at Masaba.
Masaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. Their specialty, 6x6 front discharge mixer trucks that allows for better placement of concrete and ease of use. Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment offers the highest quality of concrete products and aggregates, and also a full-service dealer for low-gun equipment featuring telehandlers, excavators, and ASV track skid loaders for purchase or rent. Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment, East Highway 50, Vermillion.
CoreCares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. CoreCares, proudly serving our community.
Jensen Kennels is your safe place to take your dog while you're away. They have over 7,000 square feet of indoor run space and outdoor play yards. They pride themselves in providing enrichment both mentally and physically for all types of dog. And speaking of size, Jensen Kennels can host any size of dog, from the smallest Boston Terrier to the largest Great Dane. To find out the full services Jensen Kennels offers, check out their website and Facebook pages. Next time you need your dog to stay in a safe, fun environment, make it Jensen's Kennels.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Your equipment is working overtime in the summer heat, but can your parts keep up? At Grossenberg, we're rolling out our August filter sale so you can stock up and keep your machines running smooth. Now, through the end of the month, save 16% on John Deere and Fleet Guard filters to help your machines finish the season strong. Partner up with us and stop by your nearest location or visit Grossenberg.com to take advantage of this deal while it lasts.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Insurance rates are on the rise, and now more than ever, every penny counts. With me, John Brooks at DFS Insurance, we can look over your coverages and find the right insurance carrier to help you keep your costs down. At DFS Insurance, I'm an independent agent, which allows me to offer a variety of different carriers to fit your needs. When you're ready for your free, no obligation quote, give me a call, and we'll get you on the path to the best and most affordable insurance you need with Dakota Financial Services.
Welcome to Dakota PC Warehouse, where our staff aren't just friendly, we're certified nerds with a side of tech genius. Prepare to be awed as we unleash a barrage of geeky charm and unbeatable deals on PCs and HD TVs. And our tech gurus, armed with determination and a questionable assortment of snacks, can fix just about anything. We love technology and making it work for you. Dakota PC Warehouse, because being a nerd is our superpower.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep the farm in the family.
To pay off the loan.
To start my own operation.
To drive Grandpa's combine. Right, Grandpa?
If owning a successful operation is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has ag experts to help you plan for the future.
To diversify.
To teach her how to drive a combine.
Find out how First Bank & Trust makes managing your farm easier at bankeasy.com. Life can get pretty busy out there. Daily commutes, carpooling, and then there's that weekend getaway. Cenex is here to keep your vehicle fueled up for those long drives, your pantry stocked for those snack cravings, and the propane grill ready whenever you are. Things can move fast, but with your local Cenex, you can rest assured that everything on your list will get a check mark, all in a day's work, powered locally at Cenex.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Yeah. Another one. Yep. Man, this town has changed. Yeah. About damn time.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Aberdeen is the place to stay for business or the weekend family getaway. You'll feel right at home with ample parking, spacious guest rooms, and complimentary breakfast. And with a convenient location, you'll have easy access to local attractions and events in the area. While staying at the Best Western Ramkota, guests can enjoy an indoor water play land, an on-site Minerva's restaurant, exercise facility, wedding services, and a business center. For friendly service and a great stay, make your reservation today.
Farming today requires constant adjustment, innovation, and the right seed, and you'll find that with Pioneer Seed at Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. With the most advanced technologies and local experts, Dakota Seed and Service share in your hard work on the farm, adapting to an ever-changing industry. When you need the right seed, protection, and service, make it Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
When it comes to advertising, reaching the right market while giving back to the school is just plain right. If you're looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Heath Nimke today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer, Merce Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
Birds like tanagers are great at flying out of the way to miss your car. Deer and other drivers are not. If you're in any kind of accident, bring your vehicle to Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. We repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition and handle the entire process from start to finish, including an accurate estimate and dealing with the insurance adjuster. So good luck to the tanagers, and if you're in an accident, bring your vehicle to
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Masaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at masabainc.com/careers. When I grow up, I want to work at Masaba.
Masaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. Their specialty, 6x6 front discharge mixer trucks that allows for better placement of concrete and ease of use. Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment offers the highest quality of concrete products and aggregates, and also a full-service dealer for Logon equipment featuring telehandlers, excavators, and ASV track skid loaders for purchase or rent. Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment, East Highway 50, Vermillion.
CoreCares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. CoreCares, proudly serving our community.
Jensen Kennels is your safe place to take your dog while you're away. They have over 7,000 square feet of indoor run space and outdoor play yards. They pride themselves in providing enrichment both mentally and physically for all types of dog. And speaking of size, Jensen Kennels can host any size of dog, from the smallest Boston Terrier to the largest Great Dane. To find out the full services Jensen Kennels offers, check out their website and Facebook pages. Next time you need your dog to stay in a safe, fun environment, make it Jensen's Kennels.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Your equipment is working overtime in the summer heat, but can your parts keep up? At Grossenberg, we're rolling out our August filter sale so you can stock up and keep your machines running smooth. Now, through the end of the month, save 16% on John Deere and Fleet Guard filters to help your machines finish the season strong. Partner up with us and stop by your nearest location or visit grossenberg.com to take advantage of this deal while it lasts.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Insurance rates are on the rise, and now more than ever, every penny counts. With me, John Brooks at DFS Insurance, we can look over your coverages and find the right insurance carrier to help you keep your costs down. At DFS Insurance, I'm an independent agent, which allows me to offer a variety of different carriers to fit your needs. When you're ready for your free, no obligation quote, give me a call, and we'll get you on the path to the best and most affordable insurance you need with Dakota Financial Services.
Welcome to Dakota PC Warehouse, where our staff aren't just friendly, we're certified nerds with a side of tech genius. Prepare to be awed as we unleash a barrage of geeky charm and unbeatable deals on PCs and HD TVs. And our tech gurus, armed with determination and a questionable assortment of snacks, can fix just about anything. We love technology and making it work for you. Dakota PC Warehouse, because being a nerd is our superpower.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back inside the birdcage for another edition of Vermillion Tanager Athletics here on Vermillion Tanagers Live and Live Ticket TV. It's a pleasure to bring you another year of sports from here inside the birdcage and the Dakota Dome and wherever we may travel to this season. I'm Cole Larsch once again. Joined with me is my brother in mischief, you might say, Mr. Heath Nimke, and the Vermillion Tanagers volleyball squad tonight will take on a pretty tough, what I'm assuming is going to be a very tough Wagner Red Raiders team. Wagner's going to come into this ball game. This is actually their season opener. They take the hour and a half trip over here right alongside Highway 50, and they will take on a Vermillion Tanager squad. Comes into this season 0-1. Lost their first game on Tuesday, 3-0. But again, one thing we're going to say this game and one thing we're going to say a lot most likely this season is this is a Vermillion Tanager squad. Quite a few new faces, a lot of young faces on this Tanager squad. You look across the way, a lot of very veteran talent for the Wagner Red Raiders and a lot of the teams that Vermillion's going to face this year. So might be a bit of an uphill climb for now first-year head coach in her second tenure, Jody Zeller.
Absolutely. Jody has a large mountain to climb coming back into this role as a head coach for the Vermillion Tanagers in this volleyball program, but she knew that coming into this. This was no surprise to her. She knows this game so well, and she knows what it takes to get things turned around. The only thing that's going to be a struggle for Jody is it's not going to happen overnight. This has got to be a program that now builds, as you said, Cole. It all begins with bringing up younger players. It continues to go out and talk to the girls at school, getting them interested once again in volleyball, because this has a program that has been down for the past few years. And when a program like that here in Vermillion happens, it can be sometimes hard to build back up. So Jody certainly has a big mountain to climb. And when it comes to the DAC-12 and then you schedule teams like the Wagner Red Raiders, it certainly makes things more and more challenging as the season will go on. But I know Jody Zeller and this group is up for the challenge.
As you hear the pride of Vermillion, the Vermillion Pep Band going to wrap up their school song there in the background. And we are going to get set and ready to rock. We're going to step aside from the birdcage. When we come back, starting lineups and first set action. That's all on the way next here on Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep the farm in the family.
To pay off the loan.
To start my own operation.
To drive Grandpa's combine. Right, Grandpa?
If owning a successful operation is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has ag experts to help you plan for the future.
To diversify.
To teach her how to drive a combine.
Find out how First Bank & Trust makes managing your farm easier at bankeasy.com. Life can get pretty busy out there. Daily commutes, carpooling, and then there's that weekend getaway. Cenex is here to keep your vehicle fueled up for those long drives, your pantry stocked for those snack cravings, and the propane grill ready whenever you are. Things can move fast, but with your local Cenex, you can rest assured that everything on your list will get a checkmark. All in a day's work, powered locally at Cenex.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Welcome you back inside the bird cage. We're just getting the starting lineups here finished up for the Wagner Red Raiders. And now for the Vermillion Tanagers. First, let's get you the starting lineups. Going to be on the left side of your screen in the black uniforms, the Wagner Red Raiders. The starting libero is 5'3", senior number 3, Libby Kotam. Then we go into the double digits, 5'7", defensive specialist and a junior number 10, Hayden Knutson. 5'7" setter, a junior number 11, Braxton Nedved. 5'8" outside hitter, a sophomore number 12, Hannah Holzbauer. At middle hitter, a 5'9" junior number 14, Brianna Fuchs. At outside hitter, a 6'3" senior number 15, Ashlyn Kopel. And a middle hitter, a 6'1" junior number 16, Raven Madricky. The Wagner Red Raiders are assisted coached by Kelsey Debbie and Tracy Hopkins. And the head coach, longtime head coach of Wagner, is Stacy Nabel. Now, the starting lineup for the home team on the scoreboard going to be on the right side of your video screen in the home white uniforms, the Vermillion Tanagers. They will start with the libero, an 8th grader number 4, Flynn Peterson. Middle hitter, a sophomore number 9, Mercedes Reddig. Outside hitter, a senior number 10, Tessa Peterson. The setter is a senior number 12, Skylar Grease. Outside hitter, senior number 16, Josie Askew. And a defensive specialist right side, a senior number 17, Elizabeth Fisher, are your starters for the Vermillion Tanagers. Paige Chapman and Kaylee Olson, the assistant coaches for the Vermillion Tanagers. And the head coach, once again, and for the second time, her first year in this second tenure, is Jody Zeller. Those are your starting lineups here in this Class A matchup. A lot of games going on across the state. We'll be filling you in as all of those keep on rolling. Again, it's not quite opening day here in the volleyball side of things, but it's almost like your second opening day, as a lot of teams that you might not have saw on Tuesday now opening up their season on Thursday.
Everybody is back into school at this point. Athletics have now all gotten going except for football on the AA, AAA side, which will begin tomorrow. Yeah, Cole, we are now officially into fall season. You and I just been golfing this past Tuesday. We have noticed something, that the summer is now gone. The sun's not up as long anymore, and we have to hurry up our golf game, if you will, on Tuesday League. So, yeah, the fall season is here. The high school sports season is underway, and it's going to be exciting over the next 7 months.
Starting back to serve for Vermillion will be Skylar Grease. Starting off on the first serve, going to be just along the far right side as you see it from our camera angle. Wagner will start off early with point number 1 and a quick substitution. Briley Link, a 5'8", senior outside hitter. Sub into that front line for the Wagner Red Raiders. Braxton Nedved, she'll start things off with an ace serve in her first service tenure. Now a 2-0 lead for Wagner.
One thing about Wagner coming in to this matchup against Vermillion and have that kind of advantage all season long will be their size. I mean, they have a few different girls that come over the 6-foot mark, and when you have that type of defense and that type of skill of hitting the ball and just being super athletic, Wagner has a huge advantage not only for tonight but all season long against a lot of teams.
And again, messed with my audio there a little bit too much. Again, for Wagner, in that Region 5, Parker, Marion, Hanson, MCM, MVP, and Bonham are the teams in their region. So I mean, they're going to have a sizable size advantage in just about every game they play in the region.
But it's still going to be a tough region, and you now introduce Parker, Marion into the equation. Of course, Marion Freeman Academy dissolved their partnership. I know it's a little confusing over there for Marion yet, as they're still part of the Freeman Academy football. And the Phoenix, but otherwise, all other sports have gone with Parker, and that was one of the big things that Parker and Marion talked about. They're extremely excited because of just how many great athletes now get to come together between those two towns, and they can be extremely dangerous this season.
And the overpass is sent back the other way. Josie Askew, starting outside hitter, will send that one down. It's now 2-2 for the Vermillion Tanagers. As they tie things up. And Emma Reddig, junior back there, gets one just over the tape, and it's going to fall just outside that Tanager loco. Another point for Vermillion. We're going to take the early set lead here, 3-2. Reddig will clear that one. Right in system for Wagner, and off the block, it's down for a kill. Hannah Holzbauer, the sophomore outside hitter, scratches a point across for Wagner. Now ties it up at 3 apiece.
It is exciting, of course, to see Vermillion back here as well, as they were just here on Tuesday evening. As mentioned earlier, Cole and I were away on other duties assigned, if you will. But Vermillion has that chance to get right back here in the birdcage after suffering a 3-0 defeat against the West Central Trojans. But for Vermillion, able to wash that taste right out of their mouth and get right back at it. Trying to pick up, not even the victory necessarily tonight against Wagner, but just first get that first set victory.
And with the 4-3 lead, it's a ace serve for Askew back there for the Tanagers. They'll now take the set one lead 5-3.
And doing a good job of just finding the open space on the floor, trying to pick up those aces. And it was back-to-back, and this time tries to go long with it. And it just really gets Wagner's defense out of place and not necessarily where to set up when the first serve comes over.
Again, very deep serve that time by Askew. Wagner gets it right to Madricki, who they're going to try to attack with all game. And you talk about how much size and talent this Wagner Red Raiders squad has. She's a 7th-ranked junior in the state of South Dakota. So they're just going to keep on going right after her. And then, of course, on the other side, you got the Nebraska basketball commit, Ashlyn Copel, standing at 6'3". I mean, this is a formidable front line for Wagner.
I was saying Copel's not even necessarily always a starter that's going to be playing a lot of time out there, but like you said, when she stands at 6'3", she brings a really daunting presence to any team that has to go up against her. And yeah, congratulations to Miss Copel, commit to Nebraska there. Extremely exciting to see, and if you will, staying close to home as well makes it even more exciting.
Cotab Libero back there, making it difficult for the Vermillion receive. Right back into the middle, it's Madricki. That one's in for another kill. I'm going to try to keep track of kills as this game goes on. Expect these numbers to be completely off as we get later in the sets. But it's now a 6-5 lead for Wagner.
But great kill there by Madricki. That's the presence that she brings, her ability to attack, and she just found it right in the sweet spot and brings the claw around, and great kill by her.
Reddig with a lot of power in that back row. Good save that time by Nedved. Back into the middle. Of course, got to remind myself we got 2 Reddigs out there. Mercedes Reddig with the kill, the sophomore.
Looks like she might have gotten a little assist off the net as well, as it just clipped and kind of took a little bit of deflection against Madrikia. She wasn't expecting to go necessarily that far to her right. But hey, gets the point.
Knotted up 6 apiece. Kopel on the left side. That one's deep into the back row, into the gap of the defense. First one for Kopel here in the ball game. They'll take the lead 7-6. And Kara Chapman, the freshman right side hitter, now in for Vermillion.
Taking a break, trying to find a ball down there. And don't ask yourself, Cole, no, I did not steal any balls, even though I am holding on to one right now.
No, it's definitely tell it's not a game ball in your hands right now. That one's seen some wear and tear. Along the right side, Tessa Peterson will notch a kill for Vermillion. Knots it up at 7 apiece so far. A lot of back and forth here in set 1.
Yeah, so this has been a great competition between both these teams. It has never been more than a 3-point swing one way or the other for either of these teams. Just been impressive. And again, Wagner, this is their first competition for Vermillion. Again, just playing on Tuesday against West Central, so they're able to get right back after it.
A little tip over by Vermillion. Madricki with an offset. Flynn Peterson tries getting the hand down for the pancake, but just going to go just beside her hand. And the point for Wagner. And senior defensive specialist Brooke Van Drunglen in now for the Tanagers. Big swing along that left side and a massive kill for Emma Reddig, the junior outside. She's got a lot of power in that swing.
And something else we saw right away was that bench was jumping up, getting right in front of Jody Zeller's face, the coach. Just excitement, and that's what you have to love to see if you're Vermillion, is kind of enjoying those small moments. I mean, it's a small point. We're tied 8-8, but that just the energy that you have to bring in a game like volleyball. Nice to see there from the Vermillion Tanager bench.
Serve receive goes back to the Vermillion side. This time a roll by Reddig. And the pass back going to go deep and out of bounds. Another point for Vermillion. And now they're going to retake the lead once again, 9-8.
Yeah, it was Wagner that took a couple points, 8-7. And Vermillion returns the favor. They take a couple points, make it 9-8. And then unfortunately a serve that can't find its way over the net. We're tied 9-9.
Beautifully put. Kopel back to serve for Wagner. Good receive by Vermillion. Swing in the middle by Askew. Now along that left side, Holzbauer. Another point for Vermillion. Skylar Grease to serve a very short serve. That's mishandled that time by Wagner.
Yeah, Brianna just didn't know what to exactly do there at the net. She thought, it's going over my head. I'm going to let it go through, but I'm also going to put my hands up just in case I don't know what if anyone's behind me, and start thinking a little bit too much in your head, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, Vermillion's able to pick up another point.
A mishandled serve receive, perfectly in system for Vermillion. Another kill by Josie Askew. And now we're going to get a timeout called by Wagner. We'll step aside and take it with him. Back to the birdcage in 60 seconds.
Yeah. Another one. Yep. Man, this town's changed. Yeah. About damn time.
Welcome you back inside the birdcage. Set one, it's a 12-9 lead for the Vermillion Tanagers. Cole Larsch alongside me, my partner in crime, Heath Nimke. That time a big swing right out of the timeout. And another kill for Hannah Holzbauer. Now 2 on the game for her. Again, a lot of times you see these timeouts. Usually back when, this is going to date me a little bit, back 4 years ago in high school when I was announcing these games on MVP Titans Live. It would always be, of course, the race to 18, which we've now kind of adapted to 21, but it was always the race to 18, wins the set. And then whether or not, if you get the point right out of the timeout, if you consider that a successful timeout versus if you don't get the point, an unsuccessful one. And we found that about 65% of the time, the team that calls the timeout wins the point. Wins the following point, I should say. And a lot of Cole rambling muffles up the great volley while it was just going back and forth. With the hit going to go wayward for Vermillion, another point for Wagner.
But after Vermillion took their biggest lead of 12-9 there, Cole, the timeout been extremely successful. 2 straight points here for Wagner Red Raiders, and what momentum that maybe Vermillion had going, Wagner with the timeout. All of a sudden swings it back their way. They pick up 3 straight points of their own, and we find ourselves tied once again.
Just like that, another big swing that time by Askew got blocked by a couple hands and also the top of the net. Like you said, evens it up at 12 apiece. Nedved deep serve. Van Drungen with the good receive. Set a little off that time for Askew, and she'll try to get one over and set it to the net. Now 4 in a row for Wagner.
And Jody Ziller, one of those coaches that really gets up with their team and has been communicating quite a bit with her girls. We'll see if Wagner doesn't pick up another point here. If they do, I could see Coach Zeller go into a timeout and see if she can't get something sorted out, because it's now 5 straight points for the Wagner Red Raiders. And after Vermillion was leading 12-9, the Red Raiders got a 2-point lead here.
And it seems like all the momentum that Vermillion had now in the hands of the visitors, the Wagner Red Raiders. Serve received just a little bit close to the net. Good recovery that time by Vermillion to get it back over. Left side, it's Holzbauer. And she'll send one right into the gap of the defense. Now 3rd kill for her in the ball game. And just like you said, a timeout by head coach Jody Zeller. We're going to step aside and take it with him. Back to the birdcage in 60 seconds.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Back here in the birdcage. 3rd service ace of this rally for Braxton Nedved. And it's now a 4-point lead for the Wagner Red Raiders, 16-12. It's now their 7th point in a row. Another mishandled serve by Vermillion, but now some miscommunication as the punch over goes back to the back line. Kotab gets back there, tries getting a pass off, and it's just going to fall in the gap of the offense for Wagner.
Yeah, everyone kind of just sitting around watching, wondering if that one was going to stay in. All of a sudden, with the save, nobody able to make a quick recovery there, but Vermillion really needed that point as well. Even with Wagner going on that 7-point run, they just find themselves trailing by 3 and still well in this first set.
Served by Reddig and overpass by Wagner, and the hit over sent just far along that left end line as you see it here on our screen. Again, Wagner in the road black uniforms on the left side of your screen, Vermillion in the home whites on the right side of your screen as you see it here on Live Ticket TV. Redding out of the back row, very dangerous back there, but good dig that time by Wagner. And the hit over by Briley Link just a bit too far. We go back and forth, 1 point apiece.
It can get a little confusing as well if you're just tuning in to the different colored uniforms in both teams because they're both red, white, and black. I mean, again, if you follow volleyball all the time, you know that the home team is always white, but still, if you're kind of new to this tradition of what you see, it can sometimes be a little confusing.
Soft hit over by Tessa Peterson. Going to send Wagner into a scramble. Free ball for the Tanagers. Good pass, good set. Really good hit down as well, but another good dig by Wagner. It's going to be a miss hit that time. Hitting error, a rare one for Raven Madricki. And now 2 points in a row for the Tanagers.
Just kind of dig themselves out of this big run that the Wagner Red Raiders were able to go on in the first set and take control.
Madricki on the left side. Right down the line and in. Another kill for Raven Madricki, now her third of the ball game.
Yeah, Vermillion on the block there had a couple girls that maybe got to the net a little late, didn't jump at the same time. And when you're going there for the block, you got to make sure you're getting 4 hands up there all at the same time. Make it tough for the attack to find some space.
Right in the middle, that is where Madricki is the most dangerous. A great pass right to her, and that one. I love to have a radar gun on some of these hits because when you look at not even all, just high level here in Class A as we usually see, especially at the collegiate level as well. Those things are humming. Kotab with the serve. Wagner gets it back now. Kopel along that far side. Great dig out by Vermillion. And the hit over going to be blocked, but out of bounds off of Kopel's hands. It's a kill for the Tanagers.
One thing Vermillion will have to continue to work on here in this match and throughout the rest of the season as well is try to find the gaps in the defense when they're getting ready to attack. Always try to make sure they're having good kill attempts. That's something that we saw, I thought, really well there in this first part of the first set, but now it's moments like that. Vermillion slips. It's a free ball over, but they give the free point to Wagner right back with net interference.
Yeah, just getting a little excited with that overpass, a rare overpass from what we see.
You just want to kill it.
And you just want to get up there and you just want to slam that thing straight down. And it was well executed, just like you said, got a little bit in the net. Now 20-16 here in set number 1. Link was back to serve for Wagner. She'll get it right back. Perfectly in system for the Red Raiders. Kopel, great dig by Peterson. Red Raiders get another free ball. And a dump over that time by Braxton Nedved. That's, again, a scary thing that these good setters do is right when you think they're going to try to go to Kopel on the outside, Madricki on the outside, just going to dump it right back over, catch everybody looking.
Yep, as Vermillion was bringing the support over to that left side of the net and got themselves in trouble in the end, but also a huge point for Wagner as they're able to get to 21 first, Cole.
Kopel on that far side sends one that's going to be tipped out of bounds by the Tanagers.
And that one tough there for the 8th grader Peterson. I think she wanted to try to get out of the way at one point, but at the same time just got herself kind of reaching out for it, made the slight connection. But some big points there for the Wagner Red Raiders to start to really pull away from the Vermillion Tanagers, Cole. And you go back to the midway through this first set when Vermillion had that 3-point lead of 12-9. Red Raiders use a timeout. All of a sudden find themselves on a 7-point differential there. And next thing you know, they have taken the lead since that moment and have held on to it. Vermillion's able to get back within 2 at 2 other times within this first set, but just never enough. Now we see the final timeout going to be used by Jody Zeller and the Tanagers to try to reset things and say, give it one more great effort here. They only need 3 more, but we just need to put something together right now, and Vermillion is certainly capable of doing that.
Again, like you said, that 7-0 run turned into a 9-1 run, turned into, I believe by the end of it was a 12-3 run. That time a service error by Briley Link. And Tanagers with the point right out of the timeout. Again, just got to try to scratch and claw your way to try to get this set one victory.
And sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and that's exactly what Vermillion just got there. Now can they start putting things together here?
They'll send Brooke Van Drungelen back to serve. Good kill that time on the overpass by Vermillion. And they're going to scratch another point across, making it 22-18. Serve that time received well by Vermillion. Copel blocked at the net. Both squads just kind of jumping for it a little bit. A good redirection that time by Vermillion to find that near sideline and just sneak it in for another point.
But a great first set here, Cole, between both these teams this evening. And again, didn't know how Wagner was going to be with their first volleyball match of the season, but they have certainly looked good. But Vermillion has been up to testing. Now down to match point here.
Because Bedricki back serving once again. Yep. I wasn't going to say it. I knew.
Point.
Yeah,
yep.
I knew.
I knew said it. I knew it.
I knew you had it right away. Bedricki once again attacking that back line. Good received by Van Drungelen. Reddick tries pushing it cross court. It's going to be blocked to the net and back down to the Vermillion side. Set one goes to the Wagner Red Raiders, 25-18. They'll take the match lead 1-0. We're going to step aside, come back in about 2 minutes or so, give you scores from the state of South Dakota. That's all on the way next. You're watching Tanager Volleyball on Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV.
Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Aberdeen is the place to stay for business or the weekend family getaway. You'll feel right at home with ample parking, spacious guest rooms, and complimentary breakfast. And with a convenient location, you'll have easy access to local attractions and events in the area. While staying at the Best Western Ramkota, guests can enjoy an indoor water play land, an on-site Minerva's restaurant, exercise facility, wedding services, and a business center. For friendly service and a great stay, make your reservation today.
Farming today requires constant adjustment, innovation, and the right seed. And you'll find that with Pioneer Seed at Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. With the most advanced technologies and local experts, Dakota Seed and Service share in your hard work on the farm, adapting to an ever-changing industry. When you need the right seed, protection, and service, make it Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
When it comes to advertising, reaching the right market while giving back to the school is just plain right. If you're looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Heath Nimke today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Welcome back inside the bird cage. Again, Wagner takes set one, 25-18. as we get set for set number 2. Wagner will start with the serve, and they will send back Braxton Nedved. 3 aces on the game so far already. Let's get you some scores from around the state, specifically here in Class A. Again, Hanson always hosts the, oh gosh, now I just blanked on the name of it, where they have 2 simultaneous courts going. They got all kinds of teams from around the area. I don't know if it's officially called the Early Bird or something like that, but they're hosting a lot of games so far.
I was going to say I Have a Dream, but it's Irene Wakanda does the I Have a Dream tournament. I apologize.
Yep, but it's always like one of the first deals of the year. A lot of area teams come in. So Hanson defeated Andy Central Dakota Christian 2-0. Sanborn Central Woonsocket defeated Hanson at 2-1. And then the only other scores in our area being reported, Del Rapids took set number 1 over West Central, 25-19. Those are the only other Class A scores being reported. Double A, Sioux Falls, Washington leads Watertown 1-0. Of course, you can always see those scores at the bottom of your screen thanks to SD Score Feed. Wagner will take a 2-1 lead here in set number 2.
Yes, it is also called the Early Bird Tournament.
Okay,
for Hanson.
I wanted to say that, but I wasn't confident in it. But I figured it had to be something of the sorts because I know they've always got it going on every year. Just a bunch of games right away. Big swing in the middle and a kill for Josie Askew of the Tanagers. And now it's 2-2 here in set number 2.
During that commercial break as well, we saw Wagner talk with the team maybe about 60 seconds, 90 seconds. I mean, it was very quick. It was a quick conversation and sent the girls right back up in the court. It was kind of staying around. Jody Zilla took the whole 3 minutes there to talk to her group, get her team refocused. And, again, great effort by them in that first set. Just 1 or 2 different moments that Wagner was able to piece together a lot of points that if Vermillion's able to get a stop there at any different point against the Red Raiders, that first set could look a little bit different.
A little bit of confusion between our down official and our up official. Both kind of signaling. Yes, there was a touch. Just got to, whatever the signal is, just both do it at the same time. Point eventually does go over towards Vermillion. So they'll take the 3-2 early lead. Madricki on the left side. She'll send one into the net. Another point for the Vermillion Tanagers. Again, you're seeing a lot of these that you might not normally see from this Wagner Red Raiders squad. But it's just, of course, we said in our pregame show, first game of the year, taking an hour and a half travel.
And Madricki was pretty far back there. I mean, sometimes you know where you're at on the court, and sometimes you think you know where you're at, and all of a sudden, when you're trying to kill it, you find yourself a lot further away from the net than what you maybe have thought you were. And that's kind of how you just send those directly into the net. Had a camera up here. I could show you some different moves with the ball, how to hit it.
Yeah, right.
Add some spin to it. Got my own ball up here.
If you'd give me my camera back, we could do an announcer cam.
I'm going to need that later.
We definitely still could do it. We've got one in our bag beside us, but another kill by Vermillion right off the block of Madricki and Kopel.
Huge point as well when you attack 6'1", 6'3". Those 2 blockers for the Wagner Red Raiders, and you get a point out of it. Nice job by Vermillion, but once again, kind of grabbing a little bit of momentum Wagner was here to open up set number 2, and Vermillion just fights right back into it.
Madricki in the middle. Good dig out that time by Emma Reddig in the back, just kind of sticking the hands up and trying to deflect it off. Eventually will fall in the gap of the Vermillion offense. A little bit of miscommunication. But another point for Wagner, makes it 5-4. Riley Link back to serve for Vermillion. Callie Schultz to get it over for the Tanagers. Set to the outside. Kopel going to send one in the tape. Won't find its way across. Another point for Vermillion. Like you said, just rare miscues, but that's where this Tanager squad just needs to capitalize.
Yeah, maybe Copel's biggest sport, not volleyball by any means, but yeah, just she came in with a lot of power and getting over the top of it, Cole, and just dragging that ball down when it comes across the hand. That's why it finds its way so quickly into the net, where you got to make more of the contact within the knuckle of your hand and not closer to the palm. That's kind of how you see those balls get drugged down further into the net.
Good defensive digs that time by Vermillion. Reddick able to roll it across. Copel once again from the outside. That one's partially blocked, and that one will fall. First time isn't able to get across. Second time she tries to do a little misdirection push. That one's able to get dug up, but third time's the charm for Ashlyn Copel. Madricki back to serve. Peterson with the good dig. Right side, that's Schultz. Just could not do much with that set. Sends that one into the net. Now all of a sudden we're tied back up at 6 apiece.
Cole, how do you feel about the shoe situation on the court? Are you more like Wagner, everybody has the same shoe that they wear, or pretty similar to the same team? Or are you more like Vermillion, a little pink, a little blue, left, right, change up the colors? How do you feel about the shoe situation? I know it's kind of hard to see on the camera, but a little bit of different flavors going on out there.
So I've been a part of a couple teams in my life that our boys basketball team, always back in the day, we always had a team shoe order.
Okay.
So we'd get our option between, as a team, we'd vote on one shoe or the other, and then we'd all wear those throughout the entire year. But that's getting, I feel, more and more rare. I like it, honestly. Like, you go out there, make a statement. You get.
I'm about it.
Yeah, absolutely. You get the two different colored shoes.
You want to get a bright
customize
neon
the laces,
yellow,
like, absolutely,
neon pink.
Now, if for some reason Coach Jody Zeller were to say we can't do that anymore, then you should listen to your coach. But as I'm assuming is happening here, Coach Zeller's just going,
she's got some bright red Adidas shoes out there. Now those might be complimentary of the University of South Dakota. So University finds themselves a Adidas school as well.
Correct. Again, they are off onto a road trip. They have a 3-day tournament out in, can't remember, out west somewhere. Or else you'd see like a big swing and a kill in there for Josie Askew, her 4th of the ball game. Or else, as we saw on Tuesday, quite a few USD players here in the crowd watching the Vermillion Tanagers.
So cool to have that type of relationship. It'd be cool to have Wagner and give a huge shout-out, Cole, as well to Wagner Red Raider fans. My goodness. I know fans at home can't see this side of the bleachers where Wagner's sitting. You see Vermillion on the screen there at home, but Wagner, my goodness, fans have traveled here for tonight. They're excited to see their volleyball team.
Man, Wagner, always a team, as long as I can ever remember, travels very well. They're always very loud at their home games. Always travel real well to their away games.
And their girl athletics are just so darn talented. I mean, we can talk about, till they're blue in the face, about what the basketball team is going to be able to probably accomplish once again this year. It's going to be very exciting to see Copel there in her senior year, and then, again, continue on to Nebraska as well.
Yeah, just a lot of very faithful fans that will travel up and down the state of South Dakota for their teams. Good back and forth by both squads, but that time it was Vermillion able to get one over.
Now, Cole, this is exactly the way set one went. It was back and forth points between these two teams, and we're getting right to that point where you may remember it was 12-9 for Vermillion. Then all of a sudden Wagner went on a 7-point run and pulled away and was able to take set number 1. So where do you make a stance as a Vermillion team? This is where you have to progress. This is how you have to move forward now, is when you get to the middle portion of a set to make sure you continue to keep things going.
Like you said, this is going to be one of those things we talked about a little bit in our pregame. One of the many things that comes along with having a fairly young team overall is you can stay pretty close, but you're going to get a lot of these teams like Now just looking down at my screen right now, Del Rapids, of course, we all know what they're going to be capable of this year. What they're really good at is if you keep it close early, they're going to pull away late. And that's what a lot of these good teams that Vermillion's going to face are really good at throughout the year. Madricki's going to have 2 hitting errors in a row. And just like that, Vermillion now with the lead back, it's 11-10. And a couple of service errors as well by Vermillion.
And yeah, Cole, you talk about Del Rapids. Now you have to go do the research for me. I can't remember because it's, I think, 57 now at this point that a DAC 12 team has won the Class A state title. I mean, it's either Sioux Falls Christian or last year what we saw was Del Rapids. However, it's still a DAC 12 team. So you just have so much to go through. When you're in the DAC 12, then you have a team like Wagner that's going to go out and find those DAC 12 teams. I mean, they're not relatively close all the time, but you want to face some of the best competition, and just that's what you find here in this eastern part of the state.
Well, if my memory serves me correctly, it was Sioux Falls Christian that had won 9 in a row until last year where Del Rapids got the win.
So we're up to 10 then.
That's for sure 10. I'd have to do a little bit more research on that one. Report back to you probably next game. Raven Madricki will notch her 5th kill of the ball game, knotting things up at 12-12. Oh, easy for me to say. 12-12 here in set 2.
It is back and forth once again. We have not seen any team in this set 2 take more than a 3-point lead.
That's now the 5th ace of the ball game for the Wagner Red Raiders as a whole. First for Briley Link. Again, that one, as I like to say, the net gods just in her favor. Gets one right across the tape. Good pancake there by Peterson.
Yeah, she got way down there, and it looked like that was going to hit the ground. Great effort from the 8th grader.
Another partial block up front. Sienna Mount on that near side as you see it on your camera. Just going to send one into the net.
If I'm Coach Zeller here, I'm watching this next point. If we lose this point, it's 3 straight points for the Wagner Red Raiders. I'm going to call the timeout if I'm the Vermillion Tanagers, if I lose the point here.
Schultz sends one high over. Shove over that time by Kopel. Back row Rettig. Off the neck of Link, but she's able to get it back over. Schultz will send one right beside the block of Kopel. Now Schultz's 3rd kill of the ball game.
And Kopel just kind of shrugged it, trying to make some little bit of contact, maybe even trying to get out of the way there, but a nice big point for the Vermillion Tanagers. And like I said, just a little bit of momentum that Wagner was starting to grab there right in the middle of this set, and all of a sudden they come right fighting back.
Mendrungland back to serve for Vermillion. Kopel, again, on that outside. Just so dangerous. She'll notch her 5th kill of the ball game.
I know we talk about Kopel going to Nebraska. A lot of Nebraska fans excited for tonight. Week 1 of college football officially kicked off a few hours ago. And, of course, here in just a little bit, Nebraska's going to kick off their season down in the Kingdom, if you will, playing over at Arrowhead. Going to be excited to see how they play against Cincinnati if you're a college football fan.
Oh, I'm stoked.
And if you're still a Nebraska fan, you can't forget about Nebraska volleyball, one of the best, if not the best, in the nation. And they're fighting every single year for a national title on the volleyball side. Of course, remember last year they set the attendance record at Memorial Stadium as well. That was just so cool to see.
Voted number 1 in the media poll preseason. Voted number 2 in the coaches poll were Nebraska volleyball. Have dismantled 2 teams so far this season. There's a kill for Hannah Holzbauer. Sophomore outside hitter notches her 4th of the contest.
And got some South Dakota girls as well playing part of that Nebraska volleyball team.
1.
Yep. who I believe is a captain this year, correct?
Boy, I would sure imagine so. Big block up front. Great diving effort there by Van Drungelen. Try to get back to it. But just a block that ricochets all the way to the back line. Another 3-point lead for Wagner.
3-point lead here, Cole. You're looking at the number 18. We always talk about 18-21. Vermillion needs the point here.
Into the middle. Fuchs. Defensive confusion for Vermillion. They're able to scramble and get it over. Push over, and just a little bit of miscommunication.
Jody says good job to her team right there.
Oh, absolutely.
Because we just saw two girls collide together to try to get the save. You'd rather see that type of defense from your team. You just even sometimes watch it in baseball in the outfield, and two guys, I both call and forgot it, and then it just falls right in there between the middle of them. It's like, man, I wish you guys would at least try a little bit harder, but you guys just love that type of effort there from Vermillion. Bringing in two defenders, it doesn't matter. We're both going to go for it, and it had a good result. In the end, Wagner gets the point. Coach Zeller uses a timeout as Wagner is now up to their biggest lead here in set number 2.
Again, Vermillion defensively in that point has shown more defensive effort than the Twins have all season. The Minnesota Twins, I should add. Yeah, I just wanted to say that. I always dig at the Minnesota Twins. I am unfortunately a Twins guy. Not sure why. Always listened to them in the tractor growing up, I guess, and now they stink. All right. Scores from across the state of South Dakota. Really no updates to speak of so far. Del Rapids has a 17-11 lead over West Central there in set number 2. I didn't see that at all. Millbank leads Sisseton 17-11 in set 1. That one's a little ways away. And another game in Hanson. Parker Marion leads Freeman 9-6. Again, Parker Marion so far leading the state right now in seed points as they are currently sit 2-0.
Extremely early for Hey, he's a guy. I got to talk about something.
Exactly. You got to fill some time here. I just keep on scrolling down. Again, so many games to be played today. Again, this game started early. So we're a little bit ahead of all the schedule, and we're ahead of the West River schedule as well, as we're going to get a service ace that time by Vermillion. That is Skylar Grease, now her second ace of the ball game.
And 2 big points in a row right there for the Vermillion Tanagers. 18-14, going, all right, starting to slip a little bit from us, but all of a sudden they're trailing by 2, and they're right back into it.
Madricky, great dig by Peterson. Red Raiders get it back. Another good dig now in the middle. Askey wasn't expecting it there. Over to Holzbauer, far side. And a point there for Wagner. Holzbauer will get credit with the kill, now her 5th of the contest.
And on that rotation, Wagner did not have some of their tallest athletes there at the net, so that's crucial for Vermillion to take advantage. But again, it's just tough with this Wagner team. They have a lot of taller girls as part of their team.
Nedved to serve. Going to get another service ace. Her 4th of the contest. Now just like that, like you said, we saw this in set number 1 as well. Vermillion, Wagner gets out to about a 2-3 point lead. Vermillion keeps on trying to claw back, but Wagner just keeping them at a short arm's length. Again, definitely not impossible to come back here from 20-16. And it seems like Wagner's just really good at keeping it at that distance. Another kill attempt by Link. Going to go too far and out of bounds.
And by no means is it desperate times, Cole, but it feels like that right now, because if you're Vermillion, if you happen to lose this set, all of a sudden you're down 0-2. You got to win 3 straight sets in a row. We're playing a 5th sets, and again, trailing by 4, now 3, getting the point right there. I feel this is a huge moment for the Vermillion Tanagers.
Tanagers also going to get a free ball. In the middle, Askew, another kill for her. That'll get the crowd fired up here in the birdcage. 7th of the contest, now just a 2-point game, 20-18.
And tonight, Jersey night, one of about 33 different Jersey nights we'll see throughout the birdcage from the student section as well. Give them a shout out.
Always a classic. in the students section. Reddick with a shorter serve. And a kill that time for Riley Link.
If you would have told me I have 2 jerseys, Cole, sitting in my house, you will never guess either one of them.
Daryl Strawberry.
One of them is a fictional character. One of them is considered one of the heroes of the Super Bowl last year.
Cooper DeJean for the second one. We'll get to this conversation between sets. We're going to get a net violation called on the Wagner Red Raiders. Another point for Vermillion. Again, keeping it within this 2 to 3 range, 21-19 now.
Cooper is correct, yep.
Yep, that was
with the Super Bowl jersey with the Super Bowl patch on it. Had to buy that one for a nice price of $167 or something right after they won the Super Bowl.
Jeez.
And it took about 4 months to finally get it in the mail as well.
Yep. I have one. I bought it at the Vikings game Charlie and I went to.
Is that Jefferson?
No.
Does he even play for the Vikings anymore?
He does still. Okay. Overpass sent back by Madricky. Good save that time by Vermillion, and Madricky's going to send that one down home. 6th of the ball game, now a 23-19 lead.
If you're an Adam Thielen fan and you bought his jersey way back in the day, good news, Vikings fans, you can use his jersey again.
Not him either. He is on the offense. Elizabeth Fisher on that far side for Vermillion. Back row from Holzbauer, going to be just too far. Another point for the Tanagers, just not quite going away here in set number 2. Just need to get a little bit of a run going. Serve received cleanly by the Red Raiders. Kopel on that far side. Off the tip block, good dig by Reddick. Back to Kopel once again on that left side. And that one's down. Another kill for Ashlyn Kopel.
Yeah, big swing that time too.
One thing I've noticed with this Vermillion Red Raiders team, and you can't see it on your guys' screen at home because it's scoreboard blocking you.
Wagner Red Raiders.
What did I say?
Vermillion Red Raiders.
Sorry, Wagner. They have some very creative bench cheers.
Yes, they do.
That gets like their entire JV and C team in it even behind them. Very creative. Push across to their side. Little misdirection. Mercedes Reddig will send that one home. Her 3rd kill of the contest. Again, once again, like we've been talking about all set. Back to a 3-point set, 24-21. And Brooke Van Drunglen back to serve. Lofts one into the back row. Wagner attacks that far side. Kopel, great dig by Van Drunglen. Reddig and is just blocked at the net. And another point for Wagner. They will take set number 2, 25-21, but not past a great effort there in set number 2 by the Vermillion Tanagers. Just falling by 4 again. Had it close just about the entire way. Wagner takes the 2-0 game lead. We're going to step aside. When we come back, it is set number 3 from the Birdcage and scores from around the state of South Dakota. That's all on the way next here on Vermillion Tanagers Live.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer, Merce Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
Birds like tanagers are great at flying out of the way to miss your car. Deer and other drivers are not. If you're in any kind of accident, bring your vehicle to Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. We repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition and handle the entire process from start to finish, including an accurate estimate and dealing with the insurance adjuster. So good luck to the tanagers, and if you're in an accident, bring your vehicle to
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Hey kids, it's
never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Masaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at masabainc.com/careers. When I grow up, I want to work at Masaba.
Masaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
Midwest Ready Mix Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. Their specialty, 6x6 front discharge mixer trucks that allows for better placement of concrete and ease of use. Midwest Ready Mix Equipment offers the highest quality of concrete products and aggregates, and also a full-service dealer for Logon equipment featuring telehandlers, excavators, and ASV track skid loaders for purchase or rent. Midwest Ready Mix Equipment, East Highway 50, Vermillion.
The discussion that Wagner's an hour and a half away. I mean, I know we talked about that, but I think you're just messing with me again from one of our off-air conversations.
Now with my new role at this company, I think I have now been everywhere across the state. Tough collision there, but everyone bounces right back up.
And they're going to stop and give the point to Wagner again. Askew ended up under the net onto the Wagner side.
Just running into our own teammate.
Yeah. There's a little collision going for the ball. And like you said earlier, a lot of great effort being shown by this young Vermillion squad. That's something you can really build on the rest of this season.
Yep.
Again, we're so very early into this season.
You got to take that as well, because I mean, it is the old cliche, right? You can have as much heart as you want to in any type of competition, and when you don't win, heart can only carry that so far. But what we've seen from Vermillion so far this season, you just got to really love what Coach Zeller is installing back into this program and building on.
Big swing up front for Vermillion. Fisher once again, and it's going to be tapped at the net off of a blocker's hand. Second kill for Elizabeth Fisher here in the ball game. Again, all of these stats, I have to be 100% transparent and honest with everybody out there listening. Again, we thank you so very much out there for tuning in to Vermillion Tanagers Live. Now our third season. No, 4th season, wouldn't it be?
Cole, I'm not going to lie, they all start blending in together eventually.
Well, it's my 4th year at college, so I think it's our 4th season here on Vermillion Tanagers Live. No matter where you might be tuning in from now or in the past, we thank you, all you viewers and sponsors, for making this possible. Now I forgot my entire original point.
Well, I'm just going to say, going off that, Cole, as someone who deals on the sponsorship side, whether it's Vermillion or Wagner, of course, Wagner's on with Live Ticket TV as well. When you go see these sponsors out there supporting the community, make sure you go support them as well. I mean, they really appreciate the athletes across the state of South Dakota within the hometowns as well. Again, we can't thank the sponsors enough for their hard work, and I can give a huge shout out. Like I said, I'm in that group over there in Wagner as well, working with this school, working with that community, and that whole entire town does nothing but, I mean, I think almost at this point, every single business, it seems like, at least in Wagner, is on with Red Raiders Live over there. And Tara Copel and her crew just do a fantastic job. And I know they at least got another, I think, 5 or 6 cameras up for football. They had a whole different bunch of angles on Friday night. It's great to see what they're doing over there in Wagner. Not to take too much discredit from you, Cole, but you only got a camera going here tonight.
Well, like I said earlier, if you'd give me back my other one, we'd be able to use it.
It's sitting in my car right now.
I'm just saying. And, of course, if it's your first time tuning in, as a Mercedes Reddick gets her 4th kill of the ball game, I'm Cole Larsch. Alongside me, Heath Nimke. We've been side by side all throughout these many years here on Vermillion Tanagers Live. As promised, as bad as it might sound, this is friendly banter back and forth.
I thought about taking a golf club to your head the other day.
Well, you wouldn't be the first person, won't be the last. Great defensive effort right there by the Vermillion Tanagers. It just goes just a little bit wayward, but again, like we've been saying all game, especially in our pregame show, younger squad this year. Let's say new coach, but Jody Zeller takes over now her second tenure here at Vermillion. Again, just seeing all this great effort by the Tanagers. They got a lot of really good things looking forward. Again, we're still very early here in the season, but as we keep on progressing forward, a lot of good things we can build on.
There's going to be a Wagner team that's going to be very dangerous throughout their season and their region as well. I know that region's extremely tough on the volleyball side. All sides, if you will, when it comes to all athletics in that region. It's going to be tough for Wagner to get out of it, but they certainly have the capability. Nice job as well, Cole. Vermillion is now on a 3-point run here, and they're all of a sudden trailing by 1 right back into this 3rd set, a set they need to have.
Very lofty serve. Good defense that time by the Tanagers. Overpass, Reddick. Going to take another big swing again. That one just one of those where
you want it. You just want it. You're ready to kill it. Just a missed swing in the end.
And it's one of those, too, where once you could tell Reddick's reaction right away. Once she jumped up, she's like, oh, I got this. And then it just fell a little bit different than what she thought. Tried to do a late adjustment. Let's get another score update. Not quite here in the state of South Dakota, but in the state of college football. The South Florida Bulls are laying a beating on Boise State right now, 31-7.
And Cole, during the commercial break, did find out where they were playing at tonight, even though he didn't believe me, but that's okay. I wouldn't believe me either sometimes.
Another big swing and a kill by Emma Reddick, now her 4th of the ball game. Again, a lot of power in that swing. Then she goes for a little bit of a roll, tries getting a different look, and it seems to be working out pretty well for her so far. Now she'll go back to serve once more. Clean receive by the Red Raiders. Tap over by Copel. Tanagers are there. Peterson gets it over for Vermillion. Madricki on the run. Reddick from the back row. Madricki on the slide. An attempted slide. And kind of got her caught up just a little bit with a little bit of a short pass. but she is able to get the kill. Her 7th of the contest. Vicky back to serve right off the tape. Good reaction that time. That was Allie Peterson, the freshman setter, was able to receive that one. Vermillion student section up in arms. As that one is just out off the swing of Mercedes Reddig. And now Zeller going to ask our down official.
Should just give her 2 cents. A little carry in there, maybe a little 3-4 touches, 5.
I think they're looking for a double hit as the block kind of went down and then an elbow got thrown, which popped it back up, I think is what they were asking for. And usually when the students, again, nothing against any student section anywhere, but usually a high school student section doesn't know the meticulous rules of volleyball. So when they started freaking out, I'm like, okay, so something minor must have happened. And another kill for Hannah Holzbauer. She's the kills leader for Wagner. Now 8 in the contest, and they once again take that 3-point lead. 12-9 here in set number 3.
The way this one has gone, just a little dump over that time for Vermillion, but as I was going to say, what's gone in this third set is Vermillion keeps closing the gap against Wagner, but just is never enough.
Another big kill for the Red Raiders. Makes it 13-9 here in set 3. Askew going to get credit with that kill. She's again still the kill leader for the Tanagers, now with 8. As the dig back just goes too far out of bounds on this near side. South Florida kicking a chip shot field goal. And he did not Blair Walsh it. It's right in the All-State hands.
Keeping you covered for more than 58 years.
Hey, no free advertisements.
That's true. Not for those guys.
Like I said at the State Amateur Baseball Tournament, we'll get to that in a second, 13-10. Here in set 3. Holzbauer once more. Another good dig in the back by Flynn Peterson. Reddig with the tap over. Once again, go to that left side. Another dig right to Peterson. In the middle, Askew. Just a little push down. Was able to find the floor. 9 kills in the contest for her. We're back down to a 2-point ball game. 13-11. As I was saying a lot when the Canadian wildfire smoke was coming across South Dakota and affecting us at baseball, I said no free shout-outs, of course, but shout-out Canada for this annoying smoke. Got more of a laugh out of my other broadcast partners than it did out of you. And I said, there we go. That's got to be a double or a lift. And it will be. Another point for the Vermillion Tanagers, making it 13-12. Now a 3-point run.
They haven't had this tied since 5-5 here in this third set. So they're right there. And again, this is where we've seen Vermillion. The first 2 sets kind of fall apart is right here in the middle, but this time they're digging in deep.
On that outside, another kill for Hannah Holzbauer. The Red Raiders team love going to that far side of the net as we see it, the left side of their offense. And Braxton Nedved back to serve. Good receive by the Tanagers. Askew, big swing in the middle. Box going to go out of bounds now. Double-digit kills for Josie Askew. She's got 10 in the ball game. Reddick on the outside. Credit her with another kill. Now her 5th of the ball game. And we're all knotted up 14 apiece. Here in set 3. Back row serve by Van Drungelen. Good dig out by Grease, and she's able to get it back across. And miscommunication by Wagner, and it falls. And a timeout called by the Red Raiders. A 1-point lead for Vermillion when we're back in 60 seconds.
Core Cares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. Core Cares, proudly serving our community.
Jensen Kennels is your safe place to take your dog while you're away. They have over 7,000 square feet of indoor run space and outdoor play yards. They pride themselves in providing enrichment both mentally and physically for all types of dog. And speaking of size, Jensen Kennels can host any size of dog, from the smallest Boston Terrier to the largest Great Dane. To find out the full services Jensen Kennels offers, check out their website and Facebook pages. Next time you need your dog to stay in a safe, fun environment, make it Jensen's Kennels.
One. Welcome you back up here in the birdcage. Cole Larsch alongside me, Heath Nimke, and now Braxton Meredith as well to his left. Timeout by Wagner. Service ace for Brooke Van Drungelen in that serving again. Now 16-14.
I do have good news.
What's up?
Mr. Meredith did take a shower this evening. He smells very good.
Well, that's good.
Unless he just put a lot of, call that perfume for guys? We call that cologne.
Cologne, yeah.
Cologne. Just spray that
he
all
probably
over
doesn't know what that big word means.
Cologne. Probably used his dad's.
Yeah. Probably. Has 2 service aces in a row by Brooke Van Drungelen. That one going to go just wayward along that near sideline. So a point back to Wagner.
Big moments, though, here for Vermillion. I mean, this is a team that fought in this third set to get back into it after they were trailing by as much as 5 in the third set, but all of a sudden they have themselves a 2-point lead. And again, Nicole, this is where they have struggled in the first 2 sets, is taking advantage of the middle portion and towards that latter portion. And we saw that the late and even the second set. They were right there, losing 25-21, but they fought to the bitter end. And this time, it just seems like they're taking complete advantage of Wagner here in this third set.
And now a 3-point lead. Emma Reddick with the kill. Kind of got gifted second life there as everybody thought it hit off the tape instead of a blocker. She's able to get it back. Back row attack, Hannah Holzbauer. That one's going to fall. She now reaches double digits. 10 kills in the ball game. 18-16. Again, Tanagers win that elusive race to 18 points. Will be Kotab going to send one far. Service error gives another point to Vermillion, now 19-16.
And big for Vermillion, they could win their first set of the season as well. Remember, they lost 3-0 against West Central here in the Birdcage on Tuesday.
That one going to be just out of bounds. Service errors back and forth. Fisher going to send that one just too far on that back line. 19-17 now.
Both timeouts remaining for Wagner here in this third set. Wagner has one. I looked at the wrong mark there. Vermillion does have both thirds remaining.
Another service error by Briley Link. Point back to Vermillion. It's now 20-17. As a score update, Del Rapids does get the victory over West Central with the 3-0 sweep. 25-19, 25-16, 25-16. Those 3 set scores. Reddick back to serve. Tries getting a sidewinder along that sideline. Going to be just out of bounds. So now 4 service errors in a row back and forth.
So it's kind of an intense feel right now between these two teams. It feels like we're just in mid-season at the moment, the way it feels in this gym.
Holzbauer on that outside. Peterson rolls one over for the Tanagers. In the middle, Kopel. She's able to find a gap. The 7th kill of the ball game for her. Now, once again, a 1-point set, 20-19.
Can't let this one slip if you're the Vermillion Tanagers. Have to have this third set.
And Madricki still serving towards the back row and just out of bounds. Flynn Peterson ducked underneath that one to let it go over top of her head.
Nice job by the 8th grader just to know the awareness of where she was at on the court. And she began that serve right with her feet towards the back line, so she knew if she was stepping forward and the ball was coming above her head that it was going to be out.
And Peterson was back to serve. Holzbauer on that outside. Good recovery by the Tanagers, able to get it over. Back to Holzbauer once again. That one just finds inside the corner. A couple of Tanagers ducking out of the way of that one, but it is able to find inbounds. As Ashlyn Kopel back to serve for Wagner. Again, Tanagers a 1-point lead here in set number 3. Askew in the middle gets it over. They'll tap over for the Red Raiders. Peterson on the left side, blocked up front, miscommunication. 3rd kill of the ball game for Tessa Peterson. It's now a 2-point lead for the Tanagers, 22-20.
Gonna get a timeout from Coach Stacy. I thought she was coming over to use it.
And there it is, a timeout by Wagner. We'll step aside quickly, take it with them. Back to the birdcage after this.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
And we're back here in the birdcage. Skylar Drees back to serve for the Tanagers. A 22-20 set 3 lead. Holzbauer gets it across for the Wagner Red Raiders. Peterson on the left side for the Tanagers. Overpass going to go into the net. It's another kill for Tessa Peterson. 4th of the ball game for her. Now a 3-point lead. (23-20) here in set number 3. In the middle, a little pushover by Fuchs.
A little confusion as well, but nice job in recovery from Wagner.
Holzbauer going to get blocked at the net. Another point for Vermillion.
Big set point. Could be the first set they win this year. You can just see a bunch of smiles as well on this Vermillion team. They're excited. Certainly not going to win it, but this boosts a lot of confidence. We're going to play 4.
And over on that left side, Holzbauer. Good dig by Reddig. Askew in the middle. Good dig by the Raiders. Holzbauer once again. Peterson got it back up. Peterson on the left side. Overpass. Tanagers have it. Fisher will push it over. Once again to the outside. Holzbauer just going to find that back line for a kill. as it's 24-21. Braxton Nedved to serve. And the best season of all time has just kicked off. The Nebraska Cornhuskers have started the year. I'm pumped.
He likes the Nebraska team. Don't look at me.
You get out of here. Nedved to serve. Good recovery by Rettig. Grease will push it over. Holzbauer trying to catch Vermillion out of system. Peterson rolls it. Once again to the outside, Holzbauer. Peterson with the dig. Back row, Rettig. Tap to the net, and it falls. Kill for Emma Rettig. And it's the first set point of the first set won by the Vermillion Tanagers here in this 2025 season. They are elated on that side. They're going to scratch a set against the Wagner Red Raiders. Again, everybody just so pumped down there on that Vermillion side.
And they should be, because this was a third set that started off 5-1. Wagner quickly jumped out to an early lead. It felt like the Red Raiders had a chance to really just dominate this entire third set, make it a clean sweep, and head out here with the victory. Certainly Wagner by no means is out of it. I mean, we're going to a fourth set, but a good win there for Vermillion. And it feels, like I said, in that third set, Cole, this is starting to get a little intense in here. This seems extremely exciting between these two teams. I'm looking forward to an exciting fourth set upcoming.
Back with that fourth set from the Birdcage after this on Live Ticket TV.
Your equipment is working overtime in the summer heat, but can your parts keep up? At Grossenberg, we're rolling out our August filter sale so you can stock up and keep your machines running smooth. Now, through the end of the month, save 16% on John Deere and Fleet Guard filters to help your machines finish the season strong. Partner up with us and stop by your nearest location or visit Grossenberg.com to take advantage of this deal while it lasts.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Insurance rates are on the rise, and now more than ever, every penny counts. With me, John Brooks at DFS Insurance, we can look over your coverages and find the right insurance carrier to help you keep your costs down. At DFS Insurance, I'm an independent agent, which allows me to offer a variety of different carriers to fit your needs. When you're ready for your free, no obligation quote, give me a call, and we'll get you on the path to the best and most affordable insurance you need with Dakota Financial Services.
Welcome back here inside the Birdcage. Set number 4 action starting up between Wagner and Vermillion. Thanks for tuning in right here, Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV. And the first point of this fourth set won by the Vermillion Tanagers. Again, we get you from scores from across the state of South Dakota as they keep on getting populated here on SD Scorefeed. You can also see them there across the bottom portion of your screen. Again, Del Rapids did get the win over West Central 3-1. Van Drunglen served just out of bounds. Madison gets the 3-0 victory over Flandreau. Hamlin and Brookings tied at 1 apiece. Parker Marion and Freeman going to be close to 1-1 in those games at Hanson. And again, so many games just are rolling along right now across the state, just not quite getting reported.
And don't forget, you can go to one of our newest features at Live Ticket TV, our Live Ticket TV home YouTube page, and you can catch over 30 of these games all located in one spot as well. So make sure you check that out. Make sure you subscribe, of course, as well to the YouTube pages. Of course, Wagner Red Raiders Live, Vermillion Tanagers Live. Get notified anytime we have games going on.
2-2 here in set number 4. Redding on the near side with a rollover. Wagner finally attacking the right side of their offense. Able to get one across. Pass too far to be handled. Another point for Vermillion. They're all wanting a net violation.
Yep, there's a little bit of contact there by the Vermillion Tanagers, but not enough that the officials noticed or that they thought was causing any issues.
Askey with the serve. Madricki on the far side. She'll get credited with another kill. Credit her with 8 here in the ball game. It's all knotted up at 3 apiece. Kotab to serve. I was wondering where Braxton was going. Credit her with an ace serve. First ace of the ball game. Again, now a 3-man broadcasting crew. I'm Cole Larsch, alongside me, Heath Nimke. Over to his left, the somewhat talented Braxton Meredith. Decent golfer from what I've heard, I guess. Again, he's just basking in the greatness that is this Vermillion Tanagers Live broadcast booth. He's cheesing over there. 5-3 for the Wagner Red Raiders. Again, we especially appreciate all the Wagner fans tuning in, a part of the Live Ticket TV family. Madricki with the big kill off the overpass.
But this is kind of how that third set got going, too, for Wagner. They jumped out quickly against the Vermillion Tanagers, and Vermillion was able to kind of start controlling the middle portion of that third set and eventually able to pick up a nice victory. But we'll see if Wagner can't battle back here in this fourth set.
Shorter serve. Another overpass. That one really more tapped down by Madricki. Now it's 7-3. Quick timeout by Jody Zeller. We'll take it with her. Back to the birdcage in 60 seconds.
Welcome to Dakota PC Warehouse, where our staff aren't just friendly, we're certified nerds with a side of tech genius. Prepare to be awed as we unleash a barrage of geeky charm and unbeatable deals on PCs and HD TVs. And our tech gurus, armed with determination and a questionable assortment of snacks, can fix just about anything. We love technology and making it work for you. Dakota PC Warehouse, because being a nerd is our superpower.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Another quick point for the Wagner Red Raiders off the block. Now 8-3 here in set number 4. Huskers, and a lot of Husker fans out there watching this game. I can just sense it. Start with the ball. Well, they've already run a play. Off the Cincinnati punt. Ready with the rollover for the Tanagers. Along the right side now is Link. Link's going to get credit with a kill. Again, something you're going to see, we've seen now so far from Wagner. They're really attacking the right side, the near side as we see it here on our camera. Again, you look back to those first, second, and third sets, all of them were going to that left side, trying to feed Madricki, Holzbauer, Kopel over there on that left side.
And things in this fourth set are really starting to trail away from Vermillion. Actually, Jody Zellers are going to use, she's allowed 2 timeouts per set. Well, I mean, she's already used both of them. She is just sensing her team is completely down right now. And she's getting after her team at the moment because, I mean, 10-7, this is the biggest lead that we have seen for Wagner in any of the sets. I mean, it's already the team's 15 seconds. Literally, that's all Joey Ziller took. I mean, she just, hey, focus.
I say, they're just riding the wave of emotion right now. They're up so high after that set 3 victory. And then Wagner again got back out early, kind of came crashing down a little bit. And they're just basically saying, I'm like, hey, I mean, it's not the end of the world. Like, we're fine here. We can easily come back from this. We just all got to focus up, lock in here a little bit. As Wagner's still in their huddle as the whistle blows for 15 seconds. And like you said, Jody Zeller with that quick timeout usage where he burned it out quick. And now we will resume. Lily Kotab back to serve. Floater, kind of shallow. Good receive by the Tanagers. That one off the side of the hand for Sienna Mount. Better point for Wagner. Again, you look back at a lot of these Wagner points, it's just been Vermillion errors that they've been capitalizing on.
But where you're at right now for Vermillion, it's starting to head towards a tailspin, especially in that third set, which is a great finish to the third set. And one that finally finds its way in bounds. Big point there for the Vermillion Tanagers.
Yeah, Reddick able to just push one right along that sideline.
Gold just saw an unsportsmanlike conduct on the Nebraska Huskers,
including
the captain in their center who commits the unsportsmanlike conduct, so brings it up to the second and 21.
It's always those damn centers. I tell you what, something about the centers on the offensive line are just so aggressive for no reason.
Cole had 7 unsportsmanlike conducts throughout his years playing high school football as a center.
I had one.
Wow.
But it was for an illegal high-low block because me and my offensive guard decided that he was going to go down and cut, and I was just going to shove him over top of him. We also got away with that more times than I'd like to admit on purpose, but that was the one time we did it on accident, it got called. But again, the reference is Heath and I were both centers for our offensive line back in our high school days.
And one of us looks a whole lot different than the other. One of us also won a couple of state championships running track. The other one, Cole, did you participate in track when you were?
I was a golfer. I was a spring golfer.
That's right. I knew that.
Qualified for 2 state tournaments. Good defense being played right now by Vermillion. Great recovery on that pushover. Flynn Peterson able to get it over. Madricky back in the middle. Another scramble for Vermillion, able to get it back over to the net. Block up front. Wagner still with it. Copel with the pushover.
Great volleyball here.
Back and forth we go here in set number 4. Holzbauer from the back row. Big dig by Reddig. Able to get pushed over. Copel with the tap. Back to Vermillion. Peterson, far side. Just got to try. That's a really tough spot there for Peterson because.
But you like what she's doing.
Absolutely, but the pass just keeps on. The set just keeps pushing you out. You got to try to cut it across because you can't cut. You can't cut that antenna at all. You can't even go over it. Then it's out of bounds. You're just in a tough spot there, pinned to that sideline. But great effort by both those teams in that last point. And then see, just like that again. Tough spot once you get. What? Huh. Oh. Flynn Peterson going to send one into the net. I thought that was going to be a picture of us. 14-6 here in set number 4. Copel back to serve. Clean receive by Vermillion. They're going to roll it over. Once again along that far side. Hannah Holzbauer notches her 11th kill of the contest.
If you're just tuning into this as well, we have not seen Wagner dominate a set like this. I mean, it has been the 3 previous sets back and forth between these two teams. Wagner taking the first 2, Vermillion taking the third, but right now Wagner is just flexing muscle, but this time just a little quick dump over by Vermillion to pick up a quick point.
Was Allie Peterson, the freshman setter, getting that point again. The biggest lead I think we've seen. The biggest lead I think we've seen so far in the ball game, if my memory serves, has been 5 points up to this point for Wagner. Again, it's when they went on that 7-0 run, then kind of kept on extending it a little bit, but that was in that second set. Vermillion was able to claw back, making that 25-21 by the final. Again, this is by far the most lopsided set we've seen, and Vermillion still nowhere near out of this one. Peterson going to get blocked at the net again. Just a relentless front line for Wagner. Just blocks after blocks after blocks.
Yeah, Brianna just got her left hand to that one as well. Just barely got the block, but does exactly so, and great move by her.
Nedved to serve. She'll send that one into the net. A free point for the Vermillion Tanagers. As there's a bug over by Coach Jody Zeller. I don't exactly know what it was.
Yeah, she just started.
But it was on Emma Reddick. She tried swatting it away. Then Zeller had it and slamming her clipboard at it. Eventually knocked it to the ground and stomped on it. Got a good reaction out of everybody. Hit from the other side, going to go out of bounds. Oh. I'd say how much time he got. Holzbauer with the serve for the Wagner Red Raiders. Just about said Vermillion Red Raiders. Again, I'm not exactly sure how many times I've most likely said that today. Again, it's first game of the year, trying to get back into the groove. Got a lot of pressure here. Probably the number 3 Vermillion Tanagers live fan out there now watching us here in the booth. And we're going to get a service ace right down the line by Hannah Holzbauer. Her first of the game makes it 19-8. Holzbauer, rocket serve. A big point for Vermillion, excuse me. Ooh. And that'll send Josie Askew back to serve. And here in set number 4. Serve mishandled by Madricky. Service ace. That is the 7th ace of the ball game for the Vermillion Tanagers. Bye, Braxton. Didn't even say bye to me. What? How rude. Makes it 19-10. Askew gonna float one over. Right side, that's Link. Good save by the Vermillion Tanagers. Wagner with the free ball. Left side, Madricky. Gonna get a miss hit over the net. Reddick now on the near side. And a free ball coming. That one might have been out of bounds. Askew goes for it. Reddick will roll one over for the Tanagers. Battle at the net. Back to the Vermillion side. Mount. Going to be another kill for her. 3rd of the ball game. If my stats are correct, which I guarantee you they are not.
Vermillion making a little bit of a comeback here. I mean, they're just digging into that mounting lead by Wagner. And again, Tanagers certainly not out, but Wagner trying to put this one to bed.
Great send back over by Reddick. Madricky and now miscommunication.
Yeah, big one miss there.
She'll get credit with another kill. Makes it 12 for the ball game. And again, like you said, I mean, a couple of quick early timeouts by head coach Jody Zeller, and Vermillion doing a really good job just keeping pace, like kind of going 1-1, 2 for 2 on these points. Again, come back 9. At one point was even 10 points down. Tough against a team like Wagner. But Mercedes Reddig able to notch her 5th kill of the ball game. Makes it 20-12. But again, showing a lot of heart, showing a lot of effort. Exactly what you want to see early in this season for Vermillion. Mount to serve. Sends one deep. Good receive. Perfectly in system for Wagner. Ricky now with kill number 13 of the ball game.
By the way, fans, don't forget, Wagner back in action coming up this Saturday as they will be in a tournament over in Parkson to open up a tournament against Warner. And then even next week, right after the holiday, Mount Vernon will be coming in town for Wagner's first home match of the season.
Second ace of the ball game for Briley Link. Again, Vermillion next in action, both games away. Tuesday in Lenox and Thursday in South Sioux City. Going to be a couple scrappy teams as well. Again, you can go up and down on the schedules of both these teams. It's going to be a slugfest throughout the year, coming out of Regions 4 and 5 into the conferences that both these teams are. Copel going to notch another kill. 9 in the contest now for her. Makes it 23-12. Schultz there able to get one over for the Tanagers off the block. 5th kill of the ball game for her. (23-13) and a service ace for Emma Reddig. 8th ace of the ball game as a team. And Tanagers just scrapping back.
Yeah, they're not going away. They're trying to stay right here in it.
Copel, big block up front. Again, scrappy team. A lot of effort on this Vermillion squad.
3 straight points from them, and again, a huge block. I mean, that's just the effort that you love to continue to see. And you look at that score, and 23-12, you can say, well, let's just be done. This one's over, and it's been 4 straight points. And just all of a sudden, Vermillion's like, we're not quite done yet.
2 straight aces for Emma Reddig, and a timeout is called by Wagner. We're going to step aside just 30 seconds. We're back after this.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
As we welcome you back here inside the Birdcage, 23-16 here in set number 4. Reddig back to serve. Will float one into the back row. Madricki on the slide. Good dig by the Tanagers. Push over. Another push over. Miscommunication, but able to get it back over. Peterson rolls one over. Contact with the net. They're going to say violation on the Tanagers.
Yeah, Peterson touched a little bit of the net there.
It looked like it, maybe a little bit either side. But now it is match point for Madricki back to serve. Dump over by the Tanagers. Gonna get it blocked right back to him. In the middle, push across, and that one's down. As Mercedes Reddig notches her 6th kill. Flynn Peterson now back to serve. Match point number 2 for Wagner. Floater in there, tapped across the net. Back set to Schultz, able to get it across. Kopel in the middle, good dig by Peterson. Tessa Peterson now on the outside. Dug out of the back row by Madricki. Over to Holzbauer, that one's going to be touched and a kill. And that is the match 25-17 in set number 4. Wagner Red Raiders will take this one against the Vermillion Tanagers 3-1 here in varsity action. Again, Wagner, they will move to 1-0 on the season. Their next contest, as Heath said just a little bit earlier, they will take on Warner in Parkston on Saturday, and then they will host Mount Vernon Plankington on Tuesday, September the 2nd. All that action in Wagner on Red Raiders Live, part of the Live Ticket TV family. Next action for Vermillion, again, 2 upcoming road games. They will travel to Lenox on Tuesday the 2nd. They'll travel to South Sioux City, Nebraska on the 4th. They're not back home until next Tuesday the 9th, as they will host the Bonhomme Cavaliers. Next action for us here on Vermillion Tanagers Live will be the Vermillion football team as they take on Lakota Tech a week from tomorrow. Again, they open up their season at Lenox tomorrow. We will not be traveling that, part of the Live Ticket TV family.
John Kirchner and his crew.
Johnny Kirchner and the crew over at Orioles Sports Live, or I'm not sure if that's what they call it, but that's what I'm rolling with.
Orioles Live.
Lenox Orioles Live, there we go. They'll have that all for you covered, and then Vermillion will come back and we'll have that game from the Dakota Dome right here on Vermillion Tanagers Live. Until next Friday for our next action here on Live Ticket TV, he's been Larsch, or he's been Heath Nimke.
I could be Larsch too.
No, I'm not giving you credit for this one. He's been Heath Nimke, my producer. I've been Larsch. We thank you so very much for tuning in, making this broadcast possible. We will see you in 8 days for Tanager football. Everybody have a good rest of your night. Go Huskers.